Hello friends, in this video we are going to be covering the topic compilers and console programs. So let's get right into it. What is a compiler? Computers understand only one language, and that language consists of sets of instructions made of ones and zeros. A computer language is appropriately called machine language. A single instruction to a computer could look like this: 0000001000 and so on. A particular computer's machine language program that allows the user to input two numbers, adds the two numbers together, and display a total could include these machine code instructions. As you can imagine, programming a computer directly in machine language using only ones and zeros is very tedious and error prone. To make programming easier, high-level languages have been developed. High-level programs also make it easier for programmers to inspect and understand each other's programs easier. This is a portion of code written in Java that accomplishes the exact same purpose. Even if you can't really understand the code shown here, you should be able to appreciate how much easier it will be to program in the Java language as opposed to machine language. Because a computer can only understand machine language and humans wish to write in high level languages have to be rewritten or translated into machine language at some point. This is done by special programs called compilers, interpreters, or assemblers that are built into the various programming applications. In Java, all source code is first written in plain text files ending with the .java extension. These source files are then compiled into .class files by the Java compiler. A class file does not contain code that is native to your processor. It instead contains bytecodes, which is the machine language of the JVM, which stands for Java Virtual Machine. The Java Launcher tool then runs your application with an instance of the Java Virtual Machine. The Java Virtual Machine is available on many different operating systems, and hence the same .class file are capable of running on Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. Now let's look at console programs. Console programs are programs that use text to communicate with the user and the environment, such as printing text to the screen or reading input from a keyboard. Console programs are easy to interact with and generally have a predictable behavior that is identical across all platforms. They are also simple to implement and thus are very useful to learn the basics of a programming language. The first few examples in this series will be all console programs. The way to compile console programs depend on the particular tool you are using. The easiest way for beginners to compile Java programs is by using an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. An IDE generally integrates several development tools, including a text editor and tools to compile programs directly from it. The IDE that I will be using for this series is Eclipse, but feel free to use any other one like NetBeans. Okay, so now let us test to see if the compiler is working as it should. So just open up your Eclipse and then we'll get started. Okay, so once your Eclipse is open, where you want to go is you want to go to File, New, and then go to, if this is Java project here, click Java project, but if you can't find it over here, go to Other, and then click Java project. Then click Next. Now give it a project name. Since it's the first one, let's give it Hello World. Keep all this the same, don't worry about that. Press Next. Don't worry about this, and then just press Finish. This is going to open a perspective called Java Perspective. So basically what that means is that it's going to organize the layout of how Eclipse is going to look. So like your files on one side, the actual code in the middle, and all this stuff is going to organize it in the Java Perspective. For this, just click Yes, as you can change it later. And wait for it to load. Now this will pop up. So on the left side, you'll have the Package Explorer, and in the middle where you'll be able to see your code. So expand the Hello World, and in the source folder, right click the source folder and go to New Class. Over here, name your class the same as your package name, Hello World. Also over here, you should check public static void main. Don't worry about this, I'll explain more about it in detail. For now, we're just going to test if the compiler works. So now here's the actual code. So now let's just create a sample program to print hello world. So below this comment, just write system.out.print and in quotation marks hello world. Don't worry about what this exactly does, I'll be explaining this in a later video. We just want to see if the compiler works properly. Then we'll then navigate to run and click run. Click save and press OK. As you can see in the console below in the bottom, it says hello world. This proves that our compiler is working perfectly. Well, that's it for this video. See you next time, friends.